Hello guys, hope you're all good. Today we are going to be looking at this new mech that I've picked up, the Marauder 2C, basically the clan version. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to have a look at this just due to the fact I had a bit of spare money, so I thought, yeah, why not pick up some mechs. So far, I've had one game in one of the other variants, and it seems alright. The shape of it's kind of got me amused. I think it looks absolutely badass. Absolutely amazing, but look at the size of that. You could hit that from a mile away. From the front it seems a little bit on the narrow side really. Not a complaint, it just means I'm going to be better facing people head on than I am twisting to the sides, but we'll give it a go. Messed around with the loadouts. Like I say, I've got three of them, three different ones. Dicked around in Mech Lab. This is a battle mech. A lot of your boys saying, yes, we know it's a battle mech, but what I mean by that is it's not an omni mech, as in you cannot change any of the side components out, so the hard points it's got are the hard points it's got, which is kind of cool, like the Sphere have. Again, you can swap out engines now with this if you wish. Personally, I'm just going to leave it as is. Just noticed that I've got a lot of structural points there that I've not spent in that there front armour. So I'm going to sacrifice a heatsink and crank that up a bit, and that, and that. I should probably do the legs as well, so guess we're losing another heatsink. I don't believe in sacrificing leg armour. As you can see, I do put ammo, etc. into legs. My legs have got more armour than my side torsos, but can be hit from any angle, so it's kind of a trade-off really. As my weapons are in the arms. We're out of tonnage. Wonderful. Balance that out a bit. He says. Play balls. So now this thing's going to run. Actually, it doesn't run too hot by my standards. It runs about where it would normally be. That will do just fine. Yeah, I'm taking the LBX5s just because it's a favourite of mine. It's a trade-off of damage over range, really. I notice that the range I tend to play in more often than not is not what you would call short or knife fighting range, so I have a habit of taking weapons that are really good for a particular range and then fighting well under that range. Let's see what the state of play is with this one. Yeah, the first game I played in this chassis, I liked what I saw. I liked it more than I did the Marksman, which I've also picked up. I'll do a video about them at some point. I'm finding them somewhat squishy, to put it mildly. A fun mech, beautiful mech to look at, but it's just not suiting my playstyle. Though I did stick a LBX2 on it for shits and giggles, and my god was that a fun game. It was so fun in fact that is now staying on that mech. Doesn't generate a lot of heat, doesn't do a lot of damage, has amazing range. You can just pop at people and it is tremendous fun, especially if you get something bigger against you and it gets into a staring contest with you. A staring contest, I mean you're both tunnelling each other without looking away or whatever, and yeah, because of the high rate of fire, they think they're getting hit by something bigger than it probably is, so they start panicking a little bit. For a laugh, I then went and stuck 4 UAC 2s onto my Kodiak. Oh boy, it was glorious. Absolutely glorious. I'd recommend doing that just for a bit of fun sometimes, guys, if you've got one of those. It is a really good laugh. Not a bad rate of fire either, actually, when it gets going. That wonderful moment when you can't remember if you've set up your weapon groups or not. We'll have a look. But yeah, I was a bit, oh no, battle mech at first, but then, yeah, I actually quite like the challenge of it. I quite like the fact that you can't just swap all the optimal pods into one particular mech and have one absolutely badass mech. At least this is a way of actually having the 3 battle mechs. 3 of them will get played, whereas if you have the Omni-mechs, you essentially only really need to have one of them, but you need 3 to currently to be able to skill them up. So it's kind of mad, really. But that said, I'm gonna skill these ones up, all three of them, I think, and I might do it with the marksmans as well. The Shadow Cat, I still can't get my head around that mech. I do like it, and it is going to be the one that I'd play in more competitive games due to the ECM, but man, it's just not as good as the MechWarrior 4 version. It just doesn't feel as tanky, and I don't expect it to be tanky, but you know, it feels fragile. And I've beautiful cockpit, even though I've not actually customised it. Ooh. I think I might stagger the LBXs. See, they've got 720 range. This is without any modules, so I might be able to get a cooldown module, etc. for them, which is something I'll look into at some point. But for now, I'm just kind of getting a feel for the mech and see whether or not I want to actually really put the time and effort in, which so far the answer is yes. One of the variants has jump jets as well, for those of you who are fans of them, like I am most of the time. That variant though has missiles on it, and I've tried the short range missiles and then nah. They still, for me at least, I still have the same age-old problem where you can fire them, you will hit your target, you will get that little red reticule flash that goes, yes, you've hit your target, and then it registers no damage. So essentially there's tonnage that are wasted for me at the moment. As you can see, I'm not charging in like I'm guilty of doing normally. I'm trying to let the team get into position a bit more before I start to push in. Alright, them two are friendlies. That could have been bad. He isn't though. And I'm out in the open. Oh, but someone's got anti-missile system. How nice of them. I need to get me over there as fast as I can. Which, as you can see, this is not a fast mech. I took the Gargoyle out for a run yesterday. Oh my god, I'd forgotten how fun that mech was. It is fantastic fun. I might have to do a video of that actually. Yeah, really good fun. I do like that mech. It's one of those ones that at first everyone's like, oh god, it's undergunned, etc. And yeah, it's guilty of that, I suppose, but by god, is it fun. And it's getting into a bit of a cluster. See what's going on around here, because there's just too many people trying to shoot at the same thing, and essentially no one can shoot at anything because everyone's falling over each other, if you see what I mean. One arty drop, that's a lot of mechs getting hit. Like that, see, dropped an arty. He's not going to hit anybody, I don't think, because they managed to get out of the way in time, but messy, 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 and I can't get a clean shot on him, so I'm not going to... Someone can get a clean shot on me, though. Need to get me behind that rock, but there's a lot of other stuff in the way. See, unfortunately, I'm still in the low tier where the missiles are still effective. Let's go and shoot this guy up a bit. Or not, because some... Oh, no, he's still alive. Down he goes. Right, let's see if we can get anybody else. Someone's harassing my mates. Who is it? Of course, it's a little harder. Encounter with a locust yesterday in my executor. It didn't end well for the locust, though it was bloody difficult to get a shot on there. See, the lag armor's still there. A thing for these things then. Ooh, someone shot me in the leg with a Gauss. Wonder where they are. Again, we're in danger of all falling over each other again. See, this mech is quite popular. Oh, it's a king crab. I stand corrected. I think I just took a slab off a teammate. Yes, I did. Nice. I apologise for the loud mouse clicking. This mouse appears to be on the way out. As in the zoom function, you have to really hammer it now, which didn't used to be the case. Now here comes the rain. Let's not go that way around. Yeah, this mouse is having major trouble, so I apologise for the loud clicking you can hear. Man, I could do with some jump jets right about now. I do hate it when people insist on walking in front of me. Can we get another shot off? No, because he's wandered off. And there we go. My numbers weren't particularly good that game because I didn't really get that actively involved in it, unfortunately. No, damage wasn't particularly impressive. Got plenty of assists though, so I'll take that. I'll take that. Team damage isn't overly clever though. I must have really hammered somebody, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my first look at this chassis. First impressions, it is good. It's tanky, despite how wide it is from the side. Slow moving, but then again, you can alter that if you want to change around the engines, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to leave it with the standard engines in. Got plenty of options for various different loadouts. This version I like especially because it's got a bit of ballistics in it. The others have... This one's a pure laser build if I remember rightly. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've gone for well, I say a pure laser build. It's got these missiles in, which I think I am going to scrap because they don't do shit really. I've got, what tonnage have I got? 10 tons, so I could theoretically go for some LRMs. Theoretically. Again, I'm still in one of the, what you might call, scrub tiers, so I would actually be able to find a home for a lot of these missiles, as opposed to a lot of you guys who are probably a better aim, etc. than myself. Yeah, I'll try this. He says, not going to go too mad with the missiles. That should be fine. They're just there as a backup really, because we'll really be poking things with that and then getting busy with the mediums, and just use them to waffle anybody who's silly enough to wander out. But as you can see, yeah, you could build a nice brawler with that, I dare say, if you have better luck with short range missiles than me. Like I say, I can get hits with on them with people, but it just doesn't seem to register damage. This one's got jump jets, and as you can change the engine, you can also change the jump jets in this one, because they're not fixed like they have a lot of clan mechs. Because obviously this isn't an Omni-Mech, this is a battle mech. This one, I'll show you, this is the pure energy one. And I see I've gone for just a standard config that I'd run. You've got the long range weapons, and then when those nasty little locusts etc. come up, you've got enough weapons to hopefully to be able to deter them. This one can have AMS as well if you so choose. I'm not a fan of it personally, because it tends to give you position away. This one I don't think, oh yeah, this one can have AMS as well if you so wish. And the third, let me have a look. Yeah, again, AMS. I'll tell you what, it's a pity this thing can't have ECM. It would be glorious. But yeah, that is my brief little look at this here chassis. I recommend it for those of you that like assaults, as and when it comes out for C-bills, etc. if you don't want to part with real money, and I can't say I blame you. Obviously with the upcoming changes to the skill system, you might not need 3. I don't think you're going to need 3, but like I say, when I find out more details or see patch notes, etc., I'll do another video and just go into that in a bit of detail, once we all know for sure what is actually happening, not what they say is happening. And yeah, one of these 3 will be getting the Jade Falcon colours at some point. I've got a funny feeling that it's going to be the one that I used in the video, simply because it's got the ballistic options. I can see me messing around with it, putting PPCs on it, and maybe some smaller ballistics just to mess around really. I'm not doing much in the way of competitive things recently, because obviously my clan that I'm in is American, and with the hours I work I can't really get to play with them much anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I like a lot. I can see me using this quite extensively once I've actually got it deleted and mastered. If it was to rate the clan assaults, I think it would probably be, for me, Executor first. Yeah, that bad boy first. Then I would probably go... tough choice. I'd probably go Gargoyle second, because of the speed. Purely because of the speed. It moves like a heavy, but has the armour of something bigger, and that config I've got for it just works for me. The Kodiak, that's the AC2 build I was on about, by the way. It's fantastic fun. That's right up there. I really like that as well. Direwolf would probably be next. Fantastic firepower, just not very quick or manoeuvrable. You can really struggle if you get pinned by a couple of lights with this thing. I mean, obviously if you hit them, they're gone, but hitting them's the tricky part. And this fella would be my least favourite currently of the assaults, simply because of the weapon point location, as in this torso is useless on I think every variant of it, and I do not like having to be able to basically put most of your firepower on one side, because once people learn that, they're going to go for this side every time, and you lose this, you lose your arm, so then you're down to whatever you've got on your other side, and I can't say I'm a fan of that really. So yeah, for me it'd be Executor, Gargoyle, Kodiak, Direwolf, and then the Warhawk would be my final choice. I'm going to pick up the Supernovas at some point, but I want to get these 3 sorted first. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it and it's not been painful to listen to, and I will catch you on my next video. Take care, guys. Thank you.